The only way to address homelessness is housing, deeply affordable housing, housing with supports. With housing comes security, stability, and opportunity. Fred Victor is proud to partner with the City of Toronto, the Province of Ontario, and the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation at our 4626 Kingston Road site. In 2022, Fred Victor reopened the renovated motel, providing 20 deeply affordable studio apartments with 24/7 on-site supports. And with the expected summer 2024 completion of a new modular building on this site, Fred Victor adds 66 new homes to the neighborhood. Both buildings include studio apartments with private bathrooms and kitchenettes. This kind of deeply affordable, supportive housing empowers people to live independently and with dignity. Fred Victor is committed to growing the available stock of affordable housing. These homes give people a safe space to rebuild their lives. People like Brandon and Kayla, who were gracious and brave enough to share their stories with us.
I didn't think ever that I would end up in a women's homeless shelter or being that close to living on the streets.
From the time I was able to crawl, I was trying to get away from home. I grew up in BC in a little town called Abu Creek. Lived on a farm with my parents. I went through physical and mental abuse at home.
I grew up in a small town called Bowmanville. It's in Durham region, so about like an hour east of Toronto. But I kind of consider Toronto my home. I had a really good job downtown Toronto working at a law firm as a receptionist. Got laid off, couldn't get a job for about a year. Long story short, I didn't have a plan B, I didn't have money saved, I didn't have a place to go.
I was working in a mill. I just wanted a fresh start, new city. Just about a year ago, I hitchhiked all the way out here through the -40 weather on the prairies. Tried hitchhiking late at night, so I wound up calling 911 with cold fingers, but here I am.
I was really scared because I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna end up, what's gonna happen to me. You live in survival mode, and I was in survival mode for almost over a year.
I came out here, it was a backpack and a duffel bag.
Like your life is in two broken bags. It was like very symbolic, I guess, but I was still trying to hold a job. I was still trying to dress a certain way, look a certain way, like so people wouldn't judge me.
That is what people do. They judge a person by the outer look. They don't look at what is inside. I first learned of it when I was at the Bond Hotel, and my Streets to Homes worker told me there's a place in Scarborough.
When I walked through the door, I was like, oh my gosh, I finally have my own place, something that I can call my own. I have my own space.
I was happy. I wanted to get away from all the yelling and screaming and.
Oh my gosh, so the first night I slept at the place, it was so much more quieter than where I was, and I slept in. To actually wake up and feel rested, and it's great.
There is a sense of relief to be safe.
Having that support of like, oh my gosh, at least I have a bed, at least I have food. You know, I'm not starving, I'm not freezing to death.
You take this support programs away from these homeless people or addicts. You take that away from people. You're basically, how do you say it, condemning them.
Thank God that there are these places, because then I would have been on the street, and I've seen people on the street, and it's heartbreaking.
Brandon and Kayla can tell their stories because of you. Your donation puts blankets on beds, food on the table, and trained caring staff at the door to welcome people in who just need a safe place to stay and help on their journey out of homelessness. Thank you.